Welcome to Capital of the Border, where we spotlight the legacies, leaders, local legends, and startups shaping Laredo's future one story at a time. Today's guest has come up from the social media ranks, covering breaking stories. Asking the bold questions to city officials and to county officials also. Like him or dislike him, the guy delivers. All right. So your page also says unbiased, no true outlet. There's no true outlet. And I just asked you earlier right now that are you including yourself? He's like, absolutely. I was like, good, man, because we're gonna talk about that also. And he won't ignore the tough questions. So we have here Mr. Abraham Rodriguez, but everybody knows him as
Hammrod.
Mr. Hammrod. Hammrod News Laredo. Man, thank you for agreeing. Thank you for saying yes. It was funny how I came across you, dude. I really don't log in as much on Facebook, and so I have my personal Instagram, and that is it. But sometimes I'll log in. But I met you, and I got your contact info through a good friend, Rico, from Top Line.
Rico, okay.
Yeah, Rico. You know how he does Top Line.
No. But yeah, I thought I reached out to you because of the Capital on the Border. I thought I reached out to you first.
Well, he gave me your number, and we spoke, and we met at Juju's because you were doing some sort of, I don't know, you were doing something, but he was like, hey, man, what's going on, whatever. Or like who are you talking to? He's like, Hammrod. I was like, who's that? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, oh, dude, this guy, like, oh, dude, he's always everywhere, always posting
Rico,
stuff.
yeah.
I was like, so, okay. I was like, let me have his number. I want to talk to him. Let's see what and I checked out your stuff. And man, you were delivering some good stuff, man. It was like you had some good content. You were talking about politics, and that's a love-hate relationship that I have with politics personally. And I was like, okay, you're talking stuff. You're saying things that you're keeping it in the middle. You're not putting your 2 cents. And I think sometimes, and respectfully, I say that you sometimes lean a little bit to one side, but I like that you're putting it out there, man. Like, it's gonna happen. There's no program. There's nobody really doing it like 100%, just the middle. And I think that's one of the hardest things, man.
Yeah,
But,
it is. It's real bad.
You do get heat. You do.
I get a lot of heat, man. I do.
Can I just say one?
Go for it.
All right. They were like, ¿Quién es este jamón?
Yeah, like, go for it. I love it. I love the criticism. I love the discussion and whatnot. But I mean, that's just the world of politics, and I got into it, and I knew that I was gonna be expecting that.
Yeah.
So, why complain?
It's part of the show, man. It's part of it. So, talk to me, man. Born and raised in Laredo?
Yes.
School's here?
School's here.
Where'd you go?
Went to Alma Piers, Clark Middle, and then Alexander for 2 years, and United for 2 years.
Nice, man. I'm glad you decided to go to the best high school in Laredo. It's United.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, which one?
Yeah, nah, it's United, bro.
Not Alexander.
I know they're going to hate me, but I don't care.
Okay.
I'll get canceled. Well, not even. I'm not as famous as you are, so I could care less.
Soon, bro. Soon you are, man.
No. So what I like, man, I wanted to talk to you more about it, like, and kind of get an idea, because we tend to put out there information and news, and your stuff is good, man. But we also want to, like, I personally would like to know, like, well, who's feeding me this information, right? I want to get to know this Hammrod guy, like, and creating this place. I was like, man, it opens it up for people can know, well, who is he? And you're, at the end of the day, you're still a business owner also, and that's one of the things that we always talk about. Business, how can I do things different? What can I bring value to Laredo? And you do bring value in different ways, and that's something I would like to know. So now it's like, okay, so you're born and raised in Laredo, so the guy knows what's happening. He's grown up. He's seen good, bad, and everything in between. So it gives you a better content of like, okay, I trust the guy. Like I can get his information. But I had a question that I wanted to ask you. What motivated you to get to this point? But I have to give credit where credit is due, bro. There was somebody that kind of opened up the box, or like led the way in this, and it was Priscilla
Oh yeah, no, yes, dude, absolutely, dude. She took a bullet. She went to jail. She's still in that court case, and yes, she did open up the doorway, man.
And some people don't agree with her ways of putting her stuff out there. And hey, man, it's part of it. And I personally, this is my opinion. Like, yeah, I don't agree with it, but sometimes you watch it and it's like, okay, well, she does have a point. Just maybe tone it down, but that's my opinion. But that's who she is, and it's like, okay, man, like so it's pretty cool. But she did kind of open it up, and we're like, oh, what is this?
Yeah, man.
And I think she's been through a lot of heat. Like her pages keep getting down. I think there's only like a mommy and me type of stuff now.
Oh God, man. Yeah. No, she's on TikTok, so that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's crazy, man. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But how did you get started with this, man? Like, what felt like? I know she was doing it already, but was there something like a case, or not a case, but something happened that you're like, hey, man, I might be able to do this?
I've been doing it since, I don't know, for God knows how long, on my personal pages, just with a few friends. But once COVID hit and I was working at KGNS, people really relied on me for the news. People were scared. People didn't know what what the hell was gonna go on. I remember I went to TP's and I was speaking to one of the cashiers while I was in the drive-thru, and she says, "Oh, are we gonna get militarized? Are the military gonna come? Yada yada yada." And I was like, "Holy, like." And I didn't want to say anything because I couldn't, right? What if I say one thing and then she tells her cuñada and her this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then it just, I heard it from one guy who worked at the news. And I was like, no, dude. I was like, dude, just watch the news.
Right.
I took off, and that really hit where people need more information. So I did it for years. I got fired for the vaccine mandate at KGNS. And I just went with it. Because a couple of months later, the TKO incident happened. God rest their souls. And my platform just went, I guess, locally viral. I don't like to say viral because viral is, the United States. But I would say locally viral.
Okay.
And that's what started it all. And I said, okay, well, this is a hobby going to be turning into something else. And I want to stick with it.
That's crazy, man. Like, so you find a store, you worked at KJNS, you get you get fired for not having COVID shots. And then I guess it's more of now we know everything gets out, and everybody was forcing, like, you need to get vaccinated. Everybody, like, triple boost, or like quadruple boost, and there's lines to make it. But now you look at all the cases, everything that's happening, and you were like majority of us that would see. I mean, I don't have coworkers or any of that matter, but you start being judged or put on the side, like you're a rebel, like you're not following
back in 2020.
You feel the pressure, man, and it costed you your job, dude.
Yeah, it cost me my job, my finances, everything. They're at KGNS. I love them. I love you guys. You guys are great. But during that time, even now, I'm sure, or maybe they've seen the light, but they were a little, left wing. And that was under different people. And I was being pressured, They're like, oh, well, you got to bite the bullet, you got to pay your bills and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to put that in me, I'm like, no, man.
It's a hard thing, man. I mean,
it is, man. And everyone's like, dude, like, you're gonna go down in finances, you're gonna lose this, you're gonna lose that, blah, 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 And maybe, because they're not capable of it, maybe they're not capable of being fired and then going out in the world and trying to find something else. And I found out that I was capable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
not everybody is capable. It's nothing wrong, but I was like, I gotta swim, man. So I swam.
It starts giving you more of an insight of how to, like, if you can take the risk, and it's just in business, man. If you can take the risk, some of the majority of the times you'll do it because there's no major responsibilities. But if you ask me now, go take a risk on something else, and I'm like, should I? Because I have a house, I have a wife, I have the boys.
I think age has a lot to do with that too, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm.
You're
for
what,
sure
15
not,
years old?
30.
Dude, you gotta give us a secret. What do you do? Like a makeup? Well, not makeup.
I got the vampire genes, man.
There
It's
you go,
inside
dude.
me, man. But I think age has a lot to do with it. During that time, I was never criticizing people who were way older than me. Of course, I'm not gonna be like, dude, you can. If I can do it, you can do it too. Like, no, that's ridiculous, man. You have kids and all that, and they have to depend on you. So I'm not gonna criticize you or say that you weren't capable, because I'm pretty sure if you were in your prime, you would be capable.
Right.
Or, things change.
Things change, man. And now that we know the truth and everything is coming out, and it's like, hey, it wasn't that what they were saying. We could have still continued going. It gets all craziness. But the whole idea, man, I was really looking forward for this because I want to get to know who Hammrod is. I know Hammrod on social media, but really it's Abraham. Like, born and raised in Laredo again. Like, you're doing all of this. And here's one thing that I guess I want to know, how do you guys do it? Because, and I think it's tough, and this is just my opinion, and maybe we can bounce ideas off of this. I don't think we as humans are created to know everything. I think it's just overwhelming to get everything. And now I did look now I did log in, and I started looking at every single thing that you're posting. And I'm not saying that you're being negative, but the news is very negative. Everything is always like, I mean, we call Laredo Gotham now,
Yes, sir.
Can I be Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, maybe, man.
No.
Maybe, man.
But it's constant things that are happening, a chase or local politics or the district with the schools, and it's kind of like, man, when like, my guy hates Laredo. So my question to you now is like, well, if I would just base it off of your page, I would say, dude, the guy hates Laredo. So what I'll ask you is like, do you love Laredo or you don't love Laredo?
No, I absolutely love Laredo.
Why?
I think we have a lot of potential.
Okay.
And I think that within itself, that's why I love it. We can be so much more.
Absolutely, yeah. So how do you, and this is the hard part, man, if you see the potential, and I think what you've done and what you guys have done, and I mean you guys, like what you guys are doing, reporting the news, because there's so many different channels that can do that. Well,
you guys would be independent media or legacy
independent media?
Or, okay.
And all of them are fighting. Everybody's fighting for attention, and it's time. They want it's the biggest commodity.
Well, I don't think legacy media. I think it could, because they don't have any competition, so I don't think they're fighting. I don't see that.
No. But I mean, like the what do you call it? Like the platforms, like your Meta, all of them want.
You get you.
Like corporations, they all want your attention. That's why there's ads constantly going out there. But you guys what you guys are doing, you guys are independent. There's a lot of freedom that you can do. And Laredo has embraced you very well, man. I mean, you have a good following, and they're giving you your time. And that's really nice to see that they've embraced you. They say like, hey, I want to get the information from this guy, because he's calling it how it is. And that's cool. And I think that's one of the cool things that Laredo has. But you're right, we do have a lot of potential. But that's where we get into the politics side of things. We're
rooted in politics, man.
We hate to talk about it, but it happened. There's one thing that we don't. It's time has gone, and we don't talk about the whole Pepe Martin stuff, the Patron system. And it's like, why not? Like, it happened. Like it or not, it happened. It's true. But I think we have a lot, and this is just my theory. I don't know. We still run like that, or not fully, because we're not like that anymore.
Yeah, it's a different system.
But there's like little nuggets that we pulled from that, and we're still running like, and I think that's what's hurting us. I don't know. That's just my theory.
No, absolutely. No, I agree with that.
So you do love Laredo.
Yes.
How hard is it to find good, positive news to share?
No, it's not really hard. It's just, I think the harder part is that people actually, I can't cuss, my God.
You can. No problem, dude.
I think it's harder for, I think it's harder for people to give a shit about good news.
Yeah.
So because I do post them, but people are like, "Why didn't you post this?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's there," but it didn't get the amount of attention that a car accident would.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I can do with that, right?
It's
sucks, but it's them. I mean, I'm not gonna force them. You need to watch this, right? Because then now I'm having my own agenda and what to do and what not to do. I've had a lot of criticism. Just yesterday, a very good friend of mine told me, you need to look a lot more. You need to have a lot more success stories on your platform. I'm like, okay, well, legacy media is already covering that. So why do I need to cover that?
Okay.
If they're already doing it, why do I have to be like them? It's stupid.
Who's legacy media? By the way?
LMT and KGNS.
Oh, okay, all right.
Or Univision and whatever
Okay.
regional aspects we have here.
Okay.
You know, they're already covering look, somebody won a basketball tournament. Okay, cool. Yeah, you saw it. Hammrod, why aren't you doing it? That's ridiculous. That's stupid, man. It's stupid. Like, literally, man. You get me?
I get it.
I want to see good shit. Okay. Legacy media. I want to feel good and have my dopamine levels full of ecstasy. All right, I'm going to watch legacy media. If I want to see the bad, go to the Loca, Hammrod. Oh, something happened in Parents United and whatnot.
It's
just a buffet of news.
It is hard, dude. I think it's hard, and the idea behind all of this concept what we're doing here, it was really to create more of that, bring back that love that we had for our city, and I think I'm not telling you that you guys are not doing wrong, like you're not helping in the process. You are, because as leaders in the community, they're being held at a higher standard, I guess. I would say that, because and these are my personal beliefs. Now I'm getting into my personal side of things and say, like, as Christian believers of Christ, I'm held at a higher standard. Am I going to fail? Absolutely, 100%. But I also know that my family, my brothers in Christ, they have compassion towards me. Yeah, I failed, but hey, man, get up and let's continue walking. Let's start carrying your cross. I look at politics, and it's kind of the same thing, but the problem that I see is that we put them on a pedestal like you are our leader, and they are, but they're still humans.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'll give you a perfect scenario. And I actually talked to her, and I told her this. I went to an event. It was a really good event, man, talking about what's happening in Laredo, what we're growing, expanding, and she's a council member, Melissa Cigarroa. And I told her, I went up to her. She stayed at that event from morning till like 4 o'clock, till the last forum. And she was there writing down notes, dude. There was no other council member. I'm pretty sure they were busy. I'm not saying but I saw that, and I'm like, man, that is nice. That's nice that she's actually standing up, or like wants to get educated for her constituents. All right. So I did go up to her, and I'm telling her, like, Roa, it's really nice to see you here, but I'm going to be upfront and honest and transparent. I don't agree with some of your views on how you vote on things, but I got to give you respect because you're a councilwoman and you're here, and you stayed here till 4 o'clock. And the last forum was talking about being proud about your city. How can the college help the community, or how can the city help the community to bring these universities up? And I was like, it's nice to see you here. I don't agree with some of this stuff, but I'm glad you're here. And those are the things that I feel we put these politicians in a position where, man, they have to meet it, but they're also human.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I gotta have compassion over them, and we all do. I'm not justifying like, oh, let's just forget about it, but we have to have some compassion.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
They're trying their best, and sometimes their best is not the actual best, but we elected them, and it's our fault. Like, and it always sucks to blame. So it's easier to blame somebody else, but in reality, it's our fault. So, but you're doing something cool, man. You're calling out people. I mean, you call out these council members, man, and it's like.
And I'm very respectful with them, man. I think something happened about a couple of years ago with Vanessa Perez, and I came up to her and I said, "Hey, would you like to comment on this?" And she's like, "Well, I don't think it's newsworthy." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'm not gonna hold it against them."
How does that work, man?
How does what work?
Do you see them out and they're like, ugh, like you're
I have no idea. I have no idea how they feel about me. Maybe I have some certain ones. I know that. Maybe Melissa has some certain things against me. I think a lot of people here in Laredo take things too personally, especially if they're in politics.
Yeah, it's a little.
They're like, wow, you're talking about my kids. It's like, no, dude, that was another platform, like not me.
Why do you call Laredo what's it called, the Gotham City?
Gateway Gotham. Okay.
Gateway Gotham.
Gateway Gotham, man. It's a warning. It's a warning, and I really do want people. I don't know, man. I mean, I tell them.
Wait, well, time out. Which
Yeah,
Gotham are we talking about? Are we talking about Gotham like the first movie with the what's it called? When he's getting trained, I forgot, what was it, the League of Shadows? Or was it the Joker one, or was it the Bane one? Which one do you prefer?
I like the Joker one, man. I think part 2 is lit, man.
Okay,
Part 2 is pretty lit.
The third one's also good, but yeah, okay.
I love the third one, too. But
which one do you refer to when you say that?
Second.
The second, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. First one, I mean, it's all CGI. The city's all CGI. Second one's Chicago, and it looks beautiful. Third one's New York, and everyone loves New York, but I like Chicago.
Okay.
Chicago looks pretty lit. But no, I mean, I say it time and time again. There was someone who criticized it, saying, "Oh, well, you don't know what true crime is," and I'm like, so I sent them a little picture of what I meant. What Gateway Gotham actually means. It's a warning, saying that in a couple of years, if we don't get our shit together on public safety, we're going to turn into a Gotham, right?
Okay.
It's just a warning. It's not saying that we are Gotham. You can't go at 2 a.m. running at night, and then if you were to go to Houston or Austin, you were to get shot, right? You were more than likely to get shot. Here in Laredo, certain places maybe, but the majority of the city, you should be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just a warning. That's it. And people are like, oh my God, comic book, this and that. It was like, dude, calm down, man. Like, Jesus.
Like,
you're like, just chill.
Because that's the platform, man. Like, it's.
Oh, you know what? And that's fine. And I'm on it too. So I saw Freaky Friday the other day, and they said that Facebook's a platform for old people. So, haha, hee hee. Yeah, I'm there too. So. It is true. And it is true that the Facebook is for older generations. You know, I have younger generations, and they're like, well, I'm barely on Facebook. I'm on these other platforms. Why is the system's evolving?
It's crazy. It's crazy how there's different platforms for different things. And but going back to the Gotham part of it, because I took, and I don't, maybe a lot of people can relate, or I don't know, but I took it as like, man, our city's pretty safe, man. Like I've spoken to actual PDs, and I think you had family members that are PDs or were officers, and dude, they're doing good. They're protecting our city. They do a really great job. I think they've done wrong in a way of presenting things that they need, which I mean
the brass. They, as in the brass, because we don't want to. I don't want to mix the patrolman officers with the brass. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Right. I mean, we can get into the weeds of Make America Great Again. Right. That single. Let's say Gateway Gotham and Make America Great Again. If you were to say Gateway Gotham, some people are saying, "Oh, well, we're safe, this and that, blah 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 blah," or it's a warning, right? It depends on how you interpret it, right? Make America Great Again, racism against blacks, against Hispanics, deportations, whatever. Or the other side, I'm trying to just be the truest American I can be, right? There's a lot of interpretations to things. Yeah. So that's why when we come over here with the Laredo Police Department, if we were to be talking about certain things that are wrong, that they're doing wrong with it, I would like to separate the brass from the rank and file.
Yeah. No, and I mean more of the way they presented some of the bonds that they. At first, I'm against it. Like, why are we going to spend more money that we don't have? But when you start talking to the actual officers that are on the patrolling the streets and all that, and they're like, man, we do, like, we need equipment, like, we need more things, and you sit back and I'm like, man, like, and they're telling you, and they're great people, man, and like, what happened, like, what's happening? I'm like, dude, it feels like we're not supporting them, but at the same time, financially, we're like, can we even afford this?
Yeah, dude.
And then I did bring it up to some of the people from the city. It's like, yeah, we were just caught up in this situation. I'm like, I see what's happening, but you bring out all of those things, and you take the hits, and you're like, man, let's go, let's roll with them, let's roll with the punches. But and I think everybody has their different forms of putting the stuff out there. I was talking to my wife today, man, and I think sometimes I give credit to her all the time, because I was thinking, so what are you? Are you a reporter? Are you an entertainer? Are you just I don't know. What are you? You know? And she's like, it can be both. Like, it doesn't have to be one. Like, you're trying to categorize everyone on like, this is who he is. I was like, no, like, look what's happening. Like, look at them. Some of them go into this entertaining side of things, and what he does both. Like, he'll report, he'll give you the news, but then he'll throw some sprinkles in there and of what they do, and you do a lot of like, I love him, he's great, he's fantastic. And I'm like,
hey, I love that, dude.
Like, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but she's like, it can be both. Like, that's the freedom that they have to share because they're still going to sprinkle their own opinions in it. And I was like, yeah, but I want the middle. He's like, well, do your own research then. And I'm like, dude, that's true. Like, so then I started feeling like, I am an old person now, bro. I'm putting you in a position where I want you to please me how I want things. And it's like, no, man, like, it doesn't work like that. You got to let him do his thing. Let him figure out how he's going to do things. He's going to fail, and you learn from those mistakes, and you move forward. So then I started going into this massive rabbit hole, bro. I started digging deeper. I stayed in my era was with Gordi Loca, bro. And it just sounds like I'm disrespecting for saying it like that. But I stayed in that branch, I guess, that stage. And then I come and they're like, Rico's like, Hammrod, like, oh, Hammrod, hey, he helps me with all my marketing and stuff like that. I'm like, who the heck is this guy? So then I get to know you, and I'm scrolling through it. And then there's another gentleman, El Güero Loco. And that's where I started looking more into it. And I'm like, okay, what's happening? Now we're talking drama. Like, he's calling you out, you're calling him out. And I'm like, guys, stop this. You're not building anything here. You're just like fighting against each other. Like, and I hear your point of view, and I think maybe it is correct. Because what you guys are doing, you guys are holding our city officials and everybody around accountable for what they're doing, good or bad. But then who holds you guys accountable to share the true news? But yeah, I just saw that they were like, you guys were against each other, and then you brought in Gordi Loca, the pioneer one, the titan involved in all of it. And man, she can... Yeah, I wouldn't want to get in a fight with her, bro, because she can probably like call me
wild,
out.
Dude. She's wild. But
that's
I mean,
the style, man.
I mean, I never picked a fight. I think if somebody were actually to read the article that I posted about Güero Loco, I think it's fair. It's all based on fact and what he said and what Martin Cuellar said, and that's it. But if people want to see it a certain way, well, then that's their problem.
Yeah. Here's where I would say something different on that, man. Like, which you said something, or he said something, or he posted about like doing something with the sheriff Martin Cuellar.
Yes.
And then I guess he took something off from the
Yeah,
thing.
he deletes a lot of stuff.
Okay. But you said something, or you did something that bothered him.
Yes.
That's facts. All right.
Absolutely.
I'm not telling you that you have to apologize. I'm not trying to say that, but the actions that we take sometimes hurts people. Even if it's the truth, it hurts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Truth hurts.
And I've learned that man, sometimes it's tough. Like, but I don't think it should be taken so personally. And
Same here.
And I've done that also with friends, and I'm like, oh, this, and they're like, hey man, like, chill, like that's a little bit too hard, and I sit back like I'm telling you the truth. This is the truth. You just don't like the way I'm delivering it, but those are my actions. So then I have to, me personally, again, I go up to my friend and I'm like, hey man, like, you're right. You didn't like the way I delivered it, and I apologize for the way I presented it to you at first. That is my mistake. it's not. I'm not sorry. I'm not asking you to forgive me because the way you took it. Because you do need to have some sort of peace, dude. Like, and that's where I was. That's where I was like, have you guys done that yet or not?
No,
I
think there's a big difference between.
But do you understand what I'm?
Absolutely. There's a big difference between personal relationships and dealing with people's lives, which is the media or politics, correct?
Right.
So that's why I would say that's a huge difference, right? Because then we can be like, President Trump, why don't you deliver this and that same speech that you just told me right now, give to him? But he was going to tell you the same thing. It's a way different ball game, right? Chairman Xi Jinping or whatever his name is, and Vladimir Putin. Imagine if we were to take those actions in politics, like I'm pretty sure we would lose a lot. Right. So I think what I'm trying to say is we put it here in media, it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, do you see? That's the part I don't understand. Like, it's hard, man. Like, because if I was in your shoes, and I'm not telling you need to do this, or or he's wrong, or he's right, or I don't know. That's none of it. What I'm saying is the actions, right? Something bothered him. And I personally, I feel like it's tough, man.
It is.
It's tough, because I would because then I feel guilty, because I hurt somebody, and it bothered him, and I'm gonna say I'm sorry, but not because I was wrong. I'm sorry because of the way I delivered it, and I'm free. Kind of like, hey man, go on. Like, if you still can't let it go, go ahead. But on my side, I'm here, I'm like ready just to talk. And I think that's where, I don't know if it's a culture thing or not, but
maybe it is.
Like working together on.
Do you think that Laredo's like the Mexican lobster? Have you ever heard of that? The Mexican lobsters?
No.
No? Oh, well, maybe.
Oh, the one that pulls.
Yes. There you go. Okay. You want to say it or I say it?
The story?
Yeah.
You share it on your platform. You can talk about that. But I do it like you pull each other like
pull each other down and whatnot. Yeah. So if I were to say something in facts, then people are saying that I'm a Mexican lobster. But I think the fact that people do a lot of that here, especially in business too.
Right.
Right? Hi, mijo, why don't you join Border Patrol or Fire Department or Police Department? It's more secure, right?
Right.
I don't want to, you can't be Mark Zuckerberg, Mark this, or Bill Gates or whatever. Why? Because Mexican lobsters. I think that's the simplest terms that we can put it here culturally.
Okay. Yeah, I do see some of that happening.
And I'm sure that the viewers will know, like, oh yeah, I know what he's saying.
No, I get it.
Right.
It's just a hard pill to swallow.
It is, man. But it's pretty much our culture.
Yeah, I know. And
it sucks, man.
But I guess so I'll ask you this. If I was the one, or you talk about the city being Gotham and the warnings and all of that. And so now let's say magically, bro, by the grace of God, you're just killing it. You're getting everything done. Everything is running smooth. No more Gotham. What's the vision that Hammrod has for the city? Like, let's say everything gets cleared up. What's going to be the new nickname for the city?
I have no idea. And off the top of my head, I know that you asked me yesterday. I want to be the Brave New World, bro. Brave New World, man.
But how do you compare going from Gotham of like the Joker, all of that, and then to like the beautiful Laredo? Like, is it going to be like the Teletubbies land or Barney's playground? Or
I was thinking about it, and it's like, okay, well, the book, Brave New World, and of course it's a utopia, but some people see it as a dystopia. But I think it's a pretty. I'll take the good parts out of it, okay?
Yeah.
Because I know that in the Brave New World, if I'm not mistaken, they do go after religion, and I'm kind of like, oh, that's kind of like,
right,
yeah, saying that's the hallmark of everything that's bad in society or whatever, and that's the reason why they're bad or whatnot. I haven't watched the movie in a while, but
yeah, man, that's I was like, maybe he's gonna tell me it's the Teletubby TV show or Barney's Playground. Or
last time I saw that was on 28 Years Later, and it was good, man. That movie was good. It was insane. But I was like, oh, look, Teletubbies, man. It's cool, man. Maybe.
It's funny, man, because it's like, yeah, it's hard, dude. And you guys, and I mean you guys, like the reporters, the entertainers, and and you in particular, you do something different, and I like that because I like politics, and you go into the entertainment side of things, but you also come back and you give me the facts, like the city stuff, and you sit there through these meetings, the 8-hour meetings of city council, and you're just like taking it, and I'm like, gosh, dude, I've done it once or twice. I'm like, yeah,
you're like, no, please.
This is not my thing.
Yeah.
How do you disconnect, dude? Because you have to disconnect. I mean, you look at I'm pretty sure your phone right now is all blown up.
Oh yeah,
over
dude.
400 calls. You're super popular. Everybody loves you. That's what you're gonna say. But you're constantly reporting news on a daily basis, dude. Like negative. Everything is just like the world is falling.
Yeah.
And I say this because I was a Democrat at one point, bro. I was a huge Obama fan.
Gotcha.
He was going to bring peace. He was going to make the world better, and he got a Nobel Peace Prize for dropping so many bombs. All right, those are facts. All right? People are like, oh, I don't care parties, man. But I remember watching CNN, dude, all the day, like all day, 24/7, dude. CNN, 100% glued. And then it just hit, like, dude, why am I so depressed? Like, I'm like, heck no, man. Like, this is horrible. They're gonna say, this, you're watching CNN. That's why. Like, you need to watch Fox News. That's what. But no, dude, it's the same concept.
It's the same concept.
So how do you? I know that if you do that, it's gonna drag you down, and it's gonna start affecting you emotionally or even like spiritually. I think, and if you start just dragging, everything is just going to hell. Well, yeah, we continue. Yes, it is. But there's still great things. But how do you? What's the balance? How do you disconnect?
I was like you. I don't know if you ever watched South Park. Have you ever watched South Park?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember it was an old episode where Sharon is on the couch and she's watching the news, and what's his name? The husband comes in. He's like, "Hey, Sharon, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just watching the news." She's there, like all depressed, having the little colcha on her and just watching. It was during the Iraq War.
Okay.
And it's a joke, right? Because if you're watching it every day, you're just going to be depressed.
Yeah.
I've been watching the news since I was 6-7 years old.
So you're depressed.
I molded one with the news, and now it doesn't affect me. I know there's a lot of people and teenagers in today's day and age where they have to actually delete an app because it's actually affecting them. That's insane. To me, that's insane that they cannot balance it out within themselves. That's something on their end. And that's something on a lot of people's end, including people who are older than me and including people who are in my age group. So I don't need to balance it because I'm already integrated with it. To me, it's normal.
So this is normal.
The world how it is, and I think that knowing the truth of how the world is, once you absolutely are in, I guess, balance without spiritually within yourself, it's not going to be end of the world every single day.
That's kind of tough, man.
For you, respectfully.
Yeah.
Because again,
there's
because if the same things that were to apply to me to you back when you were younger, you would say, oh, okay, well, I'm integrated. If you're watching news when you're 7-8 years old and then going on with it, pretty sure you would come out the same way. It's tough. It's actually it's tough for the regular people, right? The average person.
And I think there's something a key factor, man. And I'll tell you, I know we all have to disconnect at one point or something. You disconnect from what you're doing because it's going to start hindering how you do the job. Like, for example, I love what I do on the financial planning side of things. I love it, man. I love the talking. I love the conversations. I love getting to know people. But there's days that I'm just like, dude, I'm done.
Absolutely.
I'm tapping out.
You're done.
Because I'm going to disconnect. And then I just go emo for 2 to 3 days. Not even. Probably like one or two. Last time I went for 3.
Dang.
And no talking. I don't talk to anybody. I don't want to go out. I just want to stay at home. And it's kind of like, but it feels so refreshing. But I have a family.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think the key part here with you, Hamrod, is that you've made this whole thing your identity. Or not identity, but well, kind of like this is it. This is your fun. This is your baby. This is your spouse. But that's hard, man. That's very difficult. I don't.
For the average person, yes, absolutely.
For yeah.
For the average person, yes. That's what I would say confidently. For the average person, yes.
I think it's because there's not a spouse or a family next to you, and hey, man, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And you've made this like, hey, man, I'm all in, like, and that's impressive, and I applaud you for it, dude. Because there's days I don't know, like, if I would do the same things that you're doing, trust me, I would probably fail, and I'll start giving you my like, if I'm already tapping out, but I can't because people are depending on the news. I think I would mess up on giving my personal opinion because I am so caught up into it. Me, personally.
Yeah, of course.
Like I told you, I wouldn't run for office. Like, you should run for office. Like, oh no, dude. Like, I know myself. I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. Ego, pride are gonna get to me, and then I'm just gonna be like, I'm here because what can I do for myself? And that is wrong.
When did you fall in love with finances?
High school.
Damn.
Yeah. We took a class in high school. And it was...
Ever since then?
Yeah.
Non-stop?
Oh, no. Like, I mean, I loved it.
Or did you have a gap of you went to go pursue something else?
Well, I knew I loved it. That was the only class I would never skip. That was my main class. It was a finance class. And I wanted to be a stockbroker, bro. Be in the New York Stock Exchange, calling the things like...
No, but like you've been in finances since high school?
Oh, since high school?
Yeah, or did you have gaps?
Oh, yeah, there's gaps. Yeah. I worked at the country club, then I worked at IBC.
But during that time, you had different visions or about your future, or you always wanted to go for finance?
It changes. Your visions change with time, dude.
Gotcha. Of course, absolutely.
It'll change.
Because I'm trying to see if you can get what I'm trying to tell you about how I balanced out, news. You loved finances. Did you ever take breaks from finances?
Yeah.
I never took a break from the news. Every day after work, just watching CNN or Fox or MSNBC.
Yes, and that's where I'm getting to. Look at the news, and 24/7 is what? You're bashing one, you're bashing the other, and it's constant negativity. So how do you stay positive when everything you're doing, or not because I'm doing negative things, but all you're hearing is car crashes, city council is not voting for something that you want, and how? So then for me, it's more of like, if you're constantly around something, it's going to start changing the way you see things in life. And it starts getting you into the position of you're mad at the world.
But from other people looking at me like that.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if you're around something, there you go.
That's me. I don't know if they can hear it.
So you're around something so much, what do you think is going to happen? Like, you're going to eventually go into that route. Those are the facts. There's data that backs it up. Like,
for the average person, yes.
So there's a study, dude. There was a military where it was the Vietnam War. These soldiers were doing drugs over there in Vietnam, and there were some senators that are like, man, when they come back, it's gonna get crazy. They're gonna be so hooked on this drug, and it was heroin. They're gonna be so hooked, so they started building so many hospitals in the U.S. Okay, war finishes, they come back, like, game on, let's go. What happened? They weren't. There was only like, what was it, like a 95% of them never touched it again.
Damn.
So they changed their culture, they changed their surroundings. So then that tells me that heroin's it's a very crazy drug. It was Atomic Habit. It's the book. Okay. So what it talks to you is like, you need to change your surroundings. So if I take that soldier, put him back, he's gonna go back to those habits. If I put him here and I changed everything, I got rid of the buddies, I got rid of the jungle, and now you have a job, now you're going, running, doing all this, you forget about the habit, or forget about the addiction. In your case, I'm doing the same thing. You're like in Vietnam and you're just surrounded with war because it's war, dude. You're getting negativity every single place. If I leave you there, you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna be that soldier in drugs. So,
well, depends. Nice, man. Shit.
But you stay there that long, something's gonna happen.
Okay.
Here's where I'm saying, how do you disconnect? Because we all are humans and we will fail.
Yeah.
But and that's where I'm like, how do you balance that out, man? Like,
I think during the past 7 years that I worked at KGNS, I didn't see any of these stories getting covered. And then if I were to, and I would be asking my colleagues, has this ever been covered? And they're like, no, and if you see so much that has been covered up or has never been asked, nobody's ever asked about WBCA and why we do it.
What's your opinion on that?
What do you expect's going to happen, man? I think having these past 3 years of asking questions is something that is very epic, historical, and the city actually needs. So some people might... Simplest terms. You're in a utopia. Oh my God, we're dandelions every day, whatever, this and that. I'm not saying that Laredo was a utopia, but that's how the news were to, present it as. Yeah, we covered the city hall getting raided by the FBI, whatnot, blah, 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 right? Oh my God, look, corrupción, whatever. We all know this. Everybody would be getting their news, their open secrets by rumors and chismes.
Yeah.
Right? Not KGNS, not LMT. Right?
Yeah.
So now these past 3 years, I've been actually trying to do that. And to me, that's not negativity. That's something that the city needs.
Right. No, we do. And
get me?
I get
best
it.
Thing, but it's the best thing. That's what keeps me going. I'm like, I don't see it as negativity. I'm like, we need this. We absolutely need this, bro, from decades since Pepe Martin.
Yeah. I get it, and I'm 100% with you, bro. And I'm telling you more of, like, as a brother and as a believer in Christ, you're passionate about this.
Yes.
But my fear, and not just like with you or with these other reporters as well, is that you'll get caught up into this whole realm of always hearing negativity. And my fear is that it starts changing you, it starts molding you.
It would have already changed me to a person already back in the day, man.
Well, I'm not saying it you're not strong enough. I'm not saying that. But time will start doing things. Like, you continue hitting the gym 24/7 every single day. Dude, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get results.
Absolutely.
All right. If you stop and you go this eating Mickey D's, Fat Donald's every single day, you're gonna get your clogged up arteries and all that, and that doesn't allow you to perform like a professional.
Absolutely.
Because your job I consider my as a professional, and I'm pretty sure you do too, because you do some good reporting.
Thank you.
So you need to stay on top of your game. That's it. So my worry. And it's just in general, man. It's not just focusing on you on this one. It's you, the Gordiloca, and then what's his name? El Güero Loco.
And 24/7 News.
And 24/7 News is that you're so wrapped up in this. And my fear and compassion, really, I'm just saying compassion, man.
Yeah.
It's like, eventually you'll go into the dark side. And that's the problem, where you just become this angry old man. I hate Laredo. And it's always very easy. And it is really, that's why there's a lot of different channels and sources that talk about the negativity of our city. But it's easier to do that than to sit down and like, hey, man, let's start looking at different ways to get it better. How can we start changing it? How can we start doing something positive and getting the elected officials, getting the reporters, getting everybody, the schools, and let's all work as a community to find a new brand.
I wish that would be said to legacy media. They have way more money and resources than we do. Well, why doesn't anyone ask them that? That sucks, right?
Well, that's Well, that's the goal here, man.
Sucks, man. It sucks that they have millions of more dollars. Well, I don't know about LMT.
Well,
I don't know about LMT, but Gray Corporation has millions of dollars, and they don't hold them accountable. And it sucks, dude.
It does, but now I'm and here's the problem, man. And I am a millennial, and that's where I start. If I take that approach, then I feel like they have money. They should do it. And
Absolutely.
It's like, but they shouldn't.
Why not?
Because that's not their job. Like, I'm not going to depend on them to do something different.
So what is it? Why the independent media sources with less money and resources? Why is it their job?
It's not your job. Like, it's not my job to do changes in here. But I see it more as like, if we complain, and there was this one gentleman, and his name is Ruben Requena. He's a manager for Laredo Brewery. Dude, the guy's not from Laredo.
Gotcha.
And you know what he said? He's like, güey, yo ni soy de Laredo, güey. And I see, hay chingo de oportunidades, güey. Yo amo esta pinche ciudad, güey. Está con madre. I love it. I love the city. And it's like, dude, you're not even from here. He's like, I know. I don't care. But there's so much. And everybody complains. Everybody always complains. Yeah. But nobody does crap about it, dude. So we need to start doing stuff. And like, you don't like it? Do something about it. And that's really what kind of like, crap, dude. Like, I'm a Laredoan. I complain about this because I am. And I'm not saying just like you guys need to do something. No, that's me. I'm included in this whole realm of like pointing fingers. So it's like, dude, stop. Do something. Change it. But it's not going to change just by us getting together and kumbaya and all of that. And it really comes down to it's an internal issue as everyone individually, everyone has issues. And if we don't change that, we're never going to see the city grow. And that is the big thing. And now you have a platform, they have a platform. The concept that I'm looking at, and this is what I want, this is why I wanted to do it with your stuff, is that we need to start doing things differently. I think you hold people accountable, and we still need that. I'm not saying it's going to be a perfect world, but we still need that. But we also need to start looking at it, okay, this is wrong, but we need to, what can we do different? How can we get to this point?
The solutions.
The solutions.
But then one solution might not be the same solution for another.
Absolutely.
Right. And then that's when clashes and, oh, well, then you're biased and you're a part of the Illuminati and blah, 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 right? I've lived it, bro. Trust me, man.
Because you said no to the COVID shots.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then there you go.
That's the problem.
Well, it is. Yeah. I think people just solutions are always going to be either bad or good in some person's view. So that's the hard part about it, right?
It's and I think it's all of us as a look. I'll give you an example, man. A big issue right now that it was happening. You had what was it called? That Freedom Ranch issue.
Oh God. Yeah.
Dude, I'm not. What she did was whatever. I'm not saying whatever. I apologize because that will cancel me for sure. We love animals, but it's good. Okay, I get it. It's wrong. But how come we don't, as a community, what's happening with bigger issues and it's the water issue. Where are we with the water issue? You know. But I think here's the problem. There's so much data, so much information that we never really get to talk about the real stuff. Like, guess what? You're worried about your dogs? I get it. But guess what? What do they have to drink? Water. Where do they get the water from? Oh, the city of Laredo. Okay, so what's happening there? I don't know, but this ranch is doing horrible things to those dogs. Hey, there's kids.
Exactly, yeah.
Drinking this water. Like, you're drinking it, we're drinking it. So when are we, what's the update? What's going on? But that's what I'm saying. I don't think we're meant to know a whole lot of information, constant data, telling me every single thing. And that's where I personally kind of okay, disconnect. You have to disconnect because if not, I'm just going to be that old grumpy man that's nothing changes. So but here's the problem. Not a problem, but more of it gets you views.
The car crashes,
the freedom stuff, the car
gets you views.
So then it's not, you're just feeding us what we want.
Well, you can also blame Mark Zuckerberg too, but I love him. He's a very great guy. Okay, he has my platform. He's awesome because you can also agree. You can also agree with me where, okay, I'm gonna post about the water, and then an hour later about the dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fair, right? I did my job in posting about the two subjects, but then what happens? Facebook does their thing. Or it's people, it caters to people.
It caters to people.
And now the people make their decision on what is important.
Right. And that's...
I can't actually like press a button and have this one, get put on everyone's phone.
Right. And I think that's where it's a hard thing, man. It's more of a difficult thing to figure out. Hey, a water issue it's a presidential issue. Like that's an important issue.
Yeah, it is.
Like what's the status? What are we doing? But the dogs, I know they're like, I do have a dog, all right? I have a dog.
Yeah, you're tippy-toeing on this, right? Because it's a very emotional and...
It's emotions. That's all it is.
It's a very emotional subject, man, the dogs.
It's an emotional thing, and when I talk about the water issue, the chemistry behind it, or the science behind it, and then the language starts getting all lawyered up, and it's like, I lost track of it. What I would like to see is, I don't know if somebody can just grab that whole water issue and like break it down, dissect it for us, and I'm not saying like a super long post, but like break it down and say like, these are the things that are pending. Boom, 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 boom. Like there it is. This is the problem. Your water has poop in it, and you still can't drink it. Or we have this new person that's his job is going to do that. Or
Buzz Fisker a while ago, yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, let's say Hammrod does that,
and I've done that. Yeah, I've absolutely.
You
done
bring
that.
the director every week, every 2 weeks, whatever. Like, hey man, what's going on? How are we doing with the water? But at the same time, I have to understand that this is your platform, and this is where you eat. And it's like, is that going to get me the views? Is that what people want to see?
I think my platform, I wish I had the manpower to do that. Absolutely. But, I mean, if I were to focus 100% on the water and then crime goes up, right? Or other matters aren't attended to.
Right.
I mean, I'm inviting anybody to be like, we need more independent news journalists here in Laredo, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Parents United going after UISD and LISD, right? That's their focus, UISD and LISD, right? I'm trying to open up our culture. I'm trying to do as many things as I can. And it's people think that it's easy work, man.
Well,
people absolutely think that it's easy work, but it takes a lot of time, man. I love it. I love it.
You do, but it doesn't help that you guys are fighting. You and Güero Loco, bro. We're supposed to bring unity, and you guys are like you're supposed to.
Well, he's fighting with me. I don't know about.
No.
I put
it's a two-way road, my guy.
I put a one-way post. And he took it a certain way, and that's it. And then he made a post about me. I didn't say anything back. And then I focused on the city.
I'm going to do this, okay? I'm going to invite you, and I'm going to invite him, and we're going to have some acai bowls at Juju's. And he's going to... Juju's, he's the one that... Well, he was our first...
Well, I invited him to a podcast. He wasn't even talking to me. He was talking to somebody else.
I'm going to invite him, and we're going to talk. Because this whole... crap, it's like, no, dude, it's nonsense. Like, why? Like, focus on the news. Like, I know he's an entertainer because his thing is more on that.
Yeah.
And which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Have you went through his posts?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think?
It's entertaining.
But that's his, you would see it, like, your personal views on his category would be entertainment.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, I do. Well, because I like politics, man. And I know there's a lot of things that we can do there as well. But yeah, no, I mean, it's still cool, man. I like what he's doing. He did bring a lot of awareness to the ranch. That's important. That's a big issue.
Have you seen other things? I mean, you're talking to me about we shouldn't be negativity and whatnot. Did you see his post on the ranches and on Bernadette Mays?
No.
Okay, well, I can't comment on it because then people are gonna be like, well, you're being biased and blah blah blah, and then you're smacking him and then totally proving what you just said. So I'm not gonna do that. You guys go and you guys make your decision.
It's a tough one, dude. It's a tough one. Well, fine. We'll bring Priscilla Gordi Loca, bro. I mean, she's gonna be cussing, but it's all right. We'll just.
She's cool. She's lit.
We'll just blur. Can we beep her out when she starts throwing those V words? Can we do that? It depends. She's limited. Okay, she's limited. Priscilla, you're limited to like 2, max. That's it. But no, man. I think it's the idea is that if we can be. If we're gonna be leaders into this product of like the entertaining and giving real news, I think it has to be working on both angles and hold each other accountable without getting hurt. Because I know the day's coming whenever you probably will say something, and it's like, no, dude, you're wrong, and that's when people are gonna be like, Hammrod, you're wrong, and that's where I'm gonna say like, what's going on, Hammrod?
Well, I'm getting told I'm wrong every day, man.
Yeah,
I'm getting told I'm wrong every day. But it's based on.
Okay, but if it's based on facts and you are wrong.
Oh, based on facts and I'm wrong? Of course, I'll take the L.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. You're not gonna erase it.
No, not like other people, but.
There you go. No, we can't do that, bro. We can't do that. We gotta change it, man, and it starts from us. If you want to change the city, it starts from us, and everybody wants to talk about politics. I get it. That's what we want, and that's our fault. Mm-hmm. We want those things. We want that juicy, that fight, and all that nonsense. Because let's be realistic, we're humans. But it starts with us, and it's a spiritual. It's a hard issue. Everybody has plans, strategies. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna create a great city. Where would you like? It's like, no, dude. Fix the heart. It's the heart issue. Like, what is it that you're following? What have you made your God? Money, power, fame, entertainment, what is it? And if we get to the bottom, to the root of that, you start seeing a change in our city. And I think that's the goal, that's the idea behind all of this. And that's why, Hammrod, I was gonna bring you, I wanted like, hey man, who is this guy? What can we do? What can we work, collaborate things? Different things are coming to Laredo. And I would like to have you more often one of these, do another show and because I've seen your podcast with George Alguil and all of them, and you're very entertaining. Wonderful, fantastic, everybody, I love them. They love me, I love them. And I personally, and this is my opinion, that my wife is gonna say like, you're wrong. This is the Hammrod I want. This is the natural, cool, collect. Okay, I trust you. Like, you're entertaining. I know where you're going, and sometimes you do that, and it's fine. But yeah, man, it's like, okay, it's a cat. He's just a regular cat like anybody else, and he's just passionate about it. But I will finish off with this, man, and I'll say this: it's that I will definitely be praying for you, man, because you have you're doing a lot of great stuff. And you're 24/7 running. You sleep late. You wake up early, constantly posting and commenting everything. You're constantly doing that. I'm praying that the Lord gives you guidance.
Thank you.
And he unplugs you just for a few days. Like, unplugs you. Like, hey man, zone out. Like, let's go do something. Go to the Casablanca again and
oh yeah, man, I was there. Time. I was like, wow, cool. Then it started getting hot, and I left, dude. But it's beautiful.
Because what I want is I want good quality news with fresh content that it's not you giving your opinions because you're tired, you're exhausted. And next time we come, I better not see you all grumpy and all old. I'm going to see you here with Güero Loco, and we're going to have some acai bowls with my buddy at Juju's. I'm going to tell you to put out a message, be like, hey, let's go. Let's go hang out. Let's duke it out. Let's just, whatever. I'm gonna call him out.
Okay.
And see what he says.
All right.
Doesn't hurt, right? You're down?
I'm down. I'm absolutely, right. Oh yeah, dude.
Okay, there you go. We're gonna do it. Hammrod, wish you nothing but the best, man. Enjoy it. Where can they find you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Hammrod News, one word. You can find me on Facebook and TikTok. Facebook is Hammrod News Laredo, Texas. TikTok, Hammrod News, one word.
And that's on Instagram also, because I only put it on Instagram and on YouTube. Okay. Rumble, you want to talk about that?
And Rumble, yes. Okay, if you guys want the freer side of me, check out my Hammrod News on Rumble. If you're not too big on cussing, don't watch it. Don't even check it out. Just stay on Meta. Okay?
Okay. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I want to thank Cabello Recovery for sponsoring this whole thing, man.
Absolutely, yes.
I told him about it. He's like, game on, let's do it. Like bring him in. Cool cat. So he's a great sponsor. He loves it.
No,
he loves what
him.
we're doing. He has the same vision. Get unity in the city. Let's start making some changes, positive changes, and let's continue marching to the right path.
Yes,
all right?
I agree.
Hammrod, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Have a good one.